Tonight, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the NFC Divisional Round playoffs.
Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. It's the Lions and the Eagles, and it comes your way. Next.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. And he delivers another to Goedert, complete.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Barkley hit, and the ball pops free. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble lost.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. That one a first down pickup of 8. Gibbs straight ahead, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. In motion right is Smith. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the move to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down. He's got right on the short throw. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Goff now looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Bell came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun. Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. They find some open field here. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Gibbs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They're going to look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does, to the tune of a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnes leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Hurts sets up to throw it. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll drop to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So here come the Lions now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Williams, the man in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Goff. Oh, and that is incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. 23 yards on the play.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Here's Hurts to throw. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Goff. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. The give right side for Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round weekend. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass down the field for Gibbs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Back to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That'll be caught by Shipley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys matching up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gott.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now it's Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Goff. Throw there going to be incomplete.
His defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And this will be caught by Brown. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Again, he'll drop to throw. He delivers another to Goddard. Complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He finds his man. Complete. That's Brown.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's 3rd and 10. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 76 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts over the middle to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Now Goff. He's got Wright on the short throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a 1st down. St. Brown motioning left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And off now to Gibbs. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts, and his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one complete to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he's corralled, but now before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Looking to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert from 6 yards away. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3. 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. Goff. outside, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now it's Gibbs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll set up a throw. Oh, Hurts is going to be hit and down to the ground. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. 56 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw is Goff. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
For once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And in for the Lions touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have retaken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. It's caught. Smith. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw again. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Gibbs straight ahead. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Holding offense.
That's Will Hernandez, former second-rounder out of UTEP. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Goff. And he can't get a throw up. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zach Bowen, his second sack of the night.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. Bates' kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter?
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.